Hello, everyone, and welcome to CarAlarm Reviews SmackDown Live for June 20th, 2017. My name is Alex,
And I'm Gavin,
and you didn't watch the show. You didn't,
unfortunately.
yeah, you didn't get to see it, but I think it was a pretty good episode. It opens like they said. It wasn't quite, at Money in the Bank, they said the first thing that would happen is they would address the women's Money in the Bank match, right?
Right.
That's not quite what happened. Because it opened with Becky, Natalia, Tamina, and Charlotte arguing backstage with Daniel Bryan, and he kind of just blew him off and said that he'll find a problem by the end of the night, and then
He'll find a problem?
or he'll find a solution to the problem. Excuse me. Carmella enters the ring with James Ellsworth. Carmella says her name is trending worldwide because of how she won instead of the fact that she won, and she's angry about that. And she says, who cares if she needed Ellsworth? That's not important. What's important is that she's women's Money in the Bank, Miss Money in the Bank, if you will. She says she's been overlooked, and while everyone was trying to make history, she was looking out for her future. She says she's Miss Money in the Bank. Excuse me, that didn't happen, and there is nothing anyone can do about it. Her whole little promo.
Um,
Any thoughts on Carmella? I know you like Carmella a lot.
I don't like James Ellsworth.
You
If that isn't obvious. But
get it.
I think I think what you just described to me kind of fits her.
Yeah, it does. It was kind of cool. It was a good promo. It was fine. She had emotion in it. It wasn't just bland, which is good. Carmella's she's always been okay on the ring. I think she was a little bit annoying when she would do the little intros like Enzo and Cass used to do. Uh, a little tear just went down my face when I talked about Enzo and Cass, but nonetheless. Next, backstage, Charlotte tells Bryan to do the right thing tonight. Um, and Bryan's left just kind of conflicted. Throughout the night, everyone kind of comes up to Bryan saying, "Hey, Carmella sucks. Please redo all of this." Um, the next is the first match, which is Big E versus Jimmy Uso. The New Day comes out and they cut a promo and say basically that the Usos are cowards, and then Kofi calls Big E Depute E because it's the Usos Penitentiary. That's apparently
like
Big E's
that.
nickname.
I like that. I like that now.
We have the Fashion Police and Depute E all in the Usos Penitentiary. I'm glad we're building this little economy in SmackDown Live. Um, so during the match, Uso completely missed a low dropkick. Now this was during the commercial portion. You know, SmackDown they have the little mini screen where you can see the action during the commercial.
Yeah.
Well, one of the I think Jimmy went for a drop kick through the in between the bottom rope and the middle rope to Big E onto the outside, and he wasn't supposed to go out of the ring. He just kind of whoop and go back in.
Yeah.
But Big E was probably about 2 inches away from getting hit, and he just sold it like he just got hammered. It didn't look good. Um, Big E won eventually with the big ending after the Usos tried to run away again, but Xavier was distracted him and Kofi jumped him.
Thank God.
Did a little crossbody. They tried to go up the ramp this time. And then we have a pre-taped interview with Tom Phillips interviewing Randy Orton. Basically, now this was good. I like this a lot because Randy Orton says he lost control at Money in the Bank because of the Singh brothers threatening his father. He says Jinder made it personal by disrespecting his family, and that he's gonna hurt Jinder Mahal. He says he will do what he has to do, even if it means going to India and RKOing Jinder's entire family. Which I really want to see that now. They planned that, and I want to see that.
Imagine Randy Orton in India.
Yeah. They should next time they go to India, they should just take an Indian tour now, and then just have Orton RKO some people over there and say they're related to Jinder. So that way he's not just racist. But that's hilarious. He said it very seriously too. It was funny though. It was funny. No matter how he said it, that wasn't gonna not be funny. So we have a Dolph Ziggler versus Shinsuke Nakamura rematch. But for the first time ever on SmackDown Live, so it's special. And it was actually a good match. Early on,
Of course, it has Shinsuke in it.
Yeah, and Dolph Ziggler too. Dolph Ziggler is a really good in-ring wrestler, but his character's just kind of confusing now and a little boring. Very boring. Super boring. He's boring.
I still like Dolph.
Yeah, he's fine. I don't mind him. Oh, that was really
That
good.
was bad on the ring out.
Okay, so early on, Nakamura goes for a schoolboy, and I think he messed it up. He went for a schoolboy where you're standing behind them and you grab their hips and you kind of roll over them.
Yeah.
But I think he messed up and Ziggler didn't really go over. He kind of slid back in between Nakamura's legs. But as soon as Ziggler went down in between his legs, Nakamura just transitioned into an armbar. It was really cool. I don't know. I highly doubt that was. I mean, it looked like he messed up, and I think it would make sense because of Nakamura's MMA training that he would be able to just do that on the fly as like improv. So
that's why Shinsuke is the best.
Well, one of.
Nope, the best.
Okay, he's up there. That's arguable. I won't argue. I'll take it. Another strange thing I noted is that Ziggler. You know how when wrestlers' boots they have a lot of laces in the front, so when they go to drag the front of their boot across your face, the laces will scratch you, and that's the whole gimmick between. That's what Orton does all the time.
Yeah.
He puts the head up and rakes the laces. Ziggler did that. Ziggler has like Velcro pads over his laces though, so really all it did would have just made like a little sound, and it shouldn't have damaged Shinsuke at all. But I think Ziggler kind of noticed this when he was doing it because he kind of turned his boot a little. But even then, it's just like a couple of Velcro flaps.
Yeah, it's not really gonna hurt that much.
No, it's not. It didn't. It looked dumb. Shinsuke won with the Kinshasa. I don't think that's very surprising at all. It was a pretty good match though. It was fine. Any thoughts on what the future holds for Shinsuke before we continue?
I was actually expecting to hear they fought or tried to go against Baron Corbin.
Me too, but they didn't do that. Corbin comes in later though.
I'm not understanding. I think he might have to finish up with Dolph first.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think Nakamura's in a Balor situation right now. They just don't know what to do with him. Finn Balor's in a rivalry with Elias Sampson now. Now, sure, Elias Sampson's fine. Finn Balor's amazing. He should be rivaling Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman or Brock Lesnar or any of the top main event guys, not Elias Sampson, the guy who just debuted and is not going over on Finn Balor.
Nope.
So,
you got. I don't know. I don't know why.
Or for Shinsuke or for Finn?
Finn. I don't know why. Why Elias Sampson? I like Elias, but I mean,
it's a struggle with Finn Balor on Raw.
Very much so. It wasn't when he was first on. They got him Universal Champion, and then he got injured.
And then he got injured, and they're like, "Well, we don't know what to do now. Time to Finn Balor. When you come back, I don't know what to do with you. You're gonna get another shoulder injury, and we can't trust you, boy. We're just gonna have to make you seem like you're important for the rest of your life, but never actually be important. He's important in my heart, though, and that's what matters."
I still say Balor versus Lesnar at SummerSlam.
I do too, but that's not happening, Gavin.
It's gonna happen.
Okay. Well, regardless, you ready to move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we get a Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan backstage. Bryan says next week Sami Zayn will have a match with Baron Corbin. That's really all that. Becky comes up
again.
Yeah, Becky comes up, and yeah, Zayn's not really. That's the only thing we get with Zayn on the show tonight. It's later on, but I'm gonna have to get it. We get one more thing with Sami Zayn.
We get two things with him?
We get two things. One of them, the other one is significantly worse than this. And all Sami did was say, "Hey, Bryan, what are we doing?" And Bryan was like, "You're going to have a match with Corbin next week." He was like, "Okay." And then Becky came up and he was like, "Hey, Becky, sorry about what happened. You should have deserved better." And then he walked away. Mm-hmm. The other thing was worse. So, Becky comes up to complain to Daniel Bryan and says that no matter how hard she trains and tries, there's always someone to take shortcut in front of her and get what she was trying to get first. It's pretty emotional. It was a really good, like, random kind of little promo rant by Becky. I liked it a lot.
That's because Becky's amazing.
Yeah, she is. So, first, I think open challenge for the U.S. title in a while. Kevin Owens is giving us an open challenge. Any thoughts on that? I know you really are a fan of that.
I love it.
Yeah, I know.
I love the open challenges. I loved it when Cena did it, and I like that Owens did it.
Yeah, me too.
I hope he keeps doing it.
Me too. So basically, here's how it works. It was overall just a really good match and segment. So he says the only reason he isn't Mr. Money in the Bank is because everyone conspired against him and tried to end his career. He says he's still U.S. champ, and Owens issues an open challenge for his title to someone from Dayton, Ohio. AJ Styles comes out. But Kevin Owens says AJ Styles cannot compete in this open challenge match because he's not from Ohio. And then American Alpha comes out. Jason Jordan kind of pats Gable on the back and leaves, and Chad Gable goes to the ring by himself. Chad Gable enters the ring to answer the open challenge and says he just moved to Dayton, Ohio this morning. So the ref rings the bell after AJ Styles tells him to. AJ gets out of the ring, and Owens is yelling at Styles, saying he can't make the rules. Before the ref does ring the bell, and Gable comes up with 3 wrestling slams, like from the back. I'm not sure what to call them. And then he tries to get for a knee bar, and then Owens rolls out. AJ joins commentary, and I'm sure you can imagine Chad Gable. You know Chad Gable's amazing in the ring.
Yes, he is.
He doesn't even need Jason Jordan. He can be just a star on his own. So this proves it too, because it was a really good match. It was short. It was like 10 minutes or so. It was a really good match. He did hit Kevin Owens with an O'Connor roll, where he rolls under like the schoolboy, and then Joe goes for like a deadlift German.
Yeah.
Which was really impressive, of course, because it's Chad Gable. But Owens ends up winning with a pop-up powerbomb, clean. And that's the end of that segment. He leaves before Styles can do anything. Because as soon as he wins, Styles pops up off commentary, ready to get in the ring, but Owens just leaves on the other side. A really good segment, and that's the best thing that they've done with American Alpha, probably at all. And it was just Chad Gable. Because they don't know how to treat American Alpha. They ruined American Alpha. I think I can say that with confidence now. Considering they were by far the most popular thing on NXT when they were there.
Yeah, I saw them. It's just like, what happened?
Yeah, it's sad. Same thing
it's
happened.
It's like they have NXT for their developmental, and then when you bring them to the main roster, it's like, what do we do with you?
Yeah.
Do we just, okay, you sit over here, we'll find something for you. We'll find Elias Sampson for you.
And then they forget about you.
Yeah.
And then you're on the roster for 2 years, and they're like, oh, we got that guy. We got that guy. We can use him as an entourage for Miz. I'm referring to Bo Dallas in this situation. Former NXT champion. 3rd NXT champion. I think he was I'm not positive. I think he was the longest. No, I'm not going to say anything. He had the title for a good while, though, till Neville beat him in a ladder match. Okay. So next we have another backstage segment. There were a lot of these tonight. Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley are trying to convince Daniel Bryan to give them a title match, but Bryan says next week, if they can beat the Usos, they'll earn their shot. So, do you think that's going to happen? Do you think Hype Bros are going to beat the Usos next week?
I want them to. I really do. I like Zack Ryder a lot.
I like them too. I like Ryder as well. I like them too as well. I don't like Mojo Rawley really at all. But as a team, I think they're good.
The only reason I like Mojo Rawley is because he's just hype all the time. He's just always moving.
That's his only thing. That's all he does. That's partially what I don't like. But okay, that was pretty good.
Excuse his grossness.
Yeah, it's a problem. I hope you get used to it because it's not going away. I'd like to see a triple threat between the New Day, Hype Bros, and Usos. Because I don't know, I just need something. The tag division's it's better than it was a couple months ago, but it's still not
dead.
that. No, it's not dead. They have Usos and New Day. They were having a thing
They're
earlier
Usos.
on the night. Yeah, I know.
This is like the first thing they've done with the belts since they got them.
No, they had the Fashion Police. They had Breezango fight.
Okay, but this is
the second.
We're just now getting to making the Fashion Police worth something right now.
Yeah, but that was because of the Uso feud. They almost won a couple times, and now they're. Oh, by the way, there was no Fashion Police tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I think that was. But it's okay because we got it at Money in the Bank. So we got it. As long as I have Fashion Police once a week, I'll be satisfied whether it's on whatever show. I'll take it on YouTube if that's the only place you can get it. So now we're at the Sami Zayn was backstage in a Sonic commercial with guess who?
Braun Strowman?
No, the only appearance we have from this guy in the past few weeks is on this Sonic commercial.
John Cena.
No. He is the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
Really?
Sami Zayn is asking what Ty Dillinger thinks about these two Sonic shakes that are sitting on the table. Dillinger tastes both of them and says, I think they're both a 10. And Sami says, what? They can't both be a 10. Which one's better? Ty Dillinger says, they're exactly the same as good, you know? And Sami's like, same? Huh. That's the whole Sonic commercial. That's all our Ty Dillinger we get. Hope that satisfies you.
What?
That's all the Ty Dillinger we get, buddy.
What?
Yeah. Yep, a Sonic commercial.
We get two incredible athletes in a Sonic commercial.
Instead of being on the show. Sure, Sammy was, but Dillinger hasn't been in weeks. What? I can rant all day about Ty Dillinger right now. I feel it building in my soul.
I think we need a Ty Dillinger video.
I think we might too. Oh. I say if it comes up to SummerSlam and Dillinger still isn't on there, we're gonna make it. We can make that Ty Dillinger video because that is frustrating. So after it was a really short commercial. I was happy Ty Dillinger was on the screen until they panned out and I saw the Sonic cups. I was like, are you serious? So Bryan comes out to address the Women's Money in the Bank finally. This is the second to last segment of the show. This is going to be a long one. So he introduces all the women from Sunday. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Natalya, and Carmella. Bryan says, no one has ever done what Ellsworth has done. It's unprecedented. He has no history to go off of. So he's not too sure what to do in the situation before Ellsworth interrupts Daniel Bryan and says that he's gotten soft because of his newborn vegan baby, and that he's a father, he's all soft. And Bryan, he says a few more things Ellsworth does, but I don't quite remember exactly what it was. Nothing too harsh. But Bryan gets very offended. And gets in Ellsworth's face and says if he mentions his baby girl one more time, he will punch him so hard he won't be able to breathe, and then he'll fire him. And Ellsworth doesn't say a single word for the rest of the night.
I want that to happen.
Me too. So after this, Becky kind of yells at Ellsworth, and then Natalya yells at Becky, and then Charlotte yells at Natty. Now, they're just kind of, like one insult or so, like, shut up, you're stupid. And then the next girl, shut up, you're dumb. And then Charlotte comes and she says, if Natty doesn't shut up, she's going to make her look like Ellsworth. And it was a pretty big pop. I was like, haha.
That's bad.
Here's the best part of the entire thing. Immediately after, it was Tamina's turn to insult, right? So Tamina said, Charlotte, if you need to be quiet or you're going to start looking like Ellsworth. And everyone was like, what? Everything was silent. Everyone in the ring and everyone in the crowd was silent because she literally just said what Charlotte did. Everyone's like, what? I saw like Natalya and Becky just looking at her for a second and then kind of looked away like, we're going to act like that didn't happen. And Tamina on her face, I don't know, but it looked like she was expecting to get a reaction. And that absolutely no one cared. I don't think Tamina was paying attention at all to Charlotte.
It doesn't sound like it.
How do you even do that? She said it so confident. She was like, if you don't be quiet, you're going to start looking like Ellsworth. And no one made a sound. In the crowd or otherwise.
Tamina, you just need to not speak at all and just
She's Roman Reigns. She's like female Roman Reigns.
Oh dear. No.
Except she doesn't get pushed like Roman. She's like a female Roman Reigns that's booked properly.
Yeah. So Roman Reigns should be booked.
Yeah. Just powerful. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you about that because that was hilarious. So Brian says next week there will be a women's Money in the Bank rematch. He takes the briefcase from Carmella and leaves.
And doesn't fire James Ellsworth?
He doesn't fire Ellsworth. Of course not. He didn't, however, put any restrictions on Ellsworth, so if the same thing happens again, I guess another rematch. I mean, obviously it won't, because that would be dumb, but he should put some kind of restriction on Ellsworth, you think, right?
Yeah, I think he should. Ellsworth, you're not even allowed to be in the same city.
Or just add that to the rules. Just add it to the rules. If someone else gets the briefcase, it doesn't count. It's no contest. Put the briefcase back up. Because the way I see that match is, at least from a kayfabe standpoint, is if here comes another one. Oh, I'm proud of that. If
it wasn't too bad on the readout.
No, it wasn't. say Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Natalya are in a triple threat.
Okay.
So you know what? Yeah. Okay. And say Tamina's at ringside in Becky Lynch's corner. If Charlotte big boots Carmella out of the ring, Becky Lynch gets in the cross arm breaker, and then Charlotte rolls out of it, and then they both clothesline each other, and they're both down. Tamina runs in, pins Charlotte. Becky Lynch gets the win. Now, I know it's a little bit of a different situation because you have the whole person who's holding the briefcase. But isn't that kind of the same thing? Because the whole point of the thing is to take the briefcase off. That's how you win. How you win a normal match is to pin your opponent.
I get what you're saying.
So I can't see how that would be legal and not against the rules.
I don't think there is a rule for it, though.
But it shouldn't have to be specific. I mean, I guess that's how rules work a lot of times. If you're not specific, then there's a way through it. But I don't know. I feel like I would have used that argument. No one did. No one really, they just said it was wrong what he did, and that's not how it should have happened. No one really went into depth on why they thought it was wrong on the show. I don't know. I thought they could have come up with some kind of argument. There's a very large hair on me. I have a feeling it's yours. Thanks.
I don't shed. It's not. I don't like rip out my hair and throw it at you.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, my bad. Then I thought that's what you did. All right. Well. Anyway. So after Brian leaves, they all just kind of fight. Becky and Charlotte jump Carmella for a little while, and that's the end of that segment. Then we get Jinder Mahal versus Luke Harper.
We get Luke Harper?
Yeah, we do. It's a good match too. No story or anything to this. It was just a random match. It was a pretty good match. Corbin comes out mid-match with his Money in the Bank briefcase, and he just circles the ring though. He doesn't cash it in. It was a nice little tease because I was all for it. Corbin can cash in whenever he wants. I'm for Money in the Bank cash-ins whenever, as long as they're unexpected.
Especially at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Well, against Brock Lesnar.
I think they should be saved. Well, yeah, that was perfect. Seth Rollins was perfect. So Mahal wins the match because of a distraction from the Singh brothers. They jump on the apron. Harper turns around, and as soon as he turns around, Mahal gets in his finisher, which I still haven't heard the name of. Maybe next week I gotta listen closely for it because I haven't heard.
I think I'm just gonna look it up right now.
You're just gonna look it up?
Yes, and then I'm gonna play it.
All right, go play it.
Okay. I'm gonna read it.
Oh, you're gonna look for a video?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Google it first.
Okay.
What?
So in 2K18, there's supposed to be some new game modes and match types.
Really?
Yes. So I'm hoping we get a special guest referee match and story designer.
What is Jinder Mahal's finisher?
Making sounds.
Hold up. It doesn't actually say, so I have to go to... I'm going to go to YouTube.
Well, it's pretty new, so I imagine it wouldn't be like, an AA or an RKO. That's a really old video. Is that the same finisher?
I think so. Nope, that's different. It's kind of the same.
It's similar, but it is different. That was a video of Yoshitatsu versus Jinder Mahal from like 2007.
Jinder Mahal's new finisher finally gets a name. Okay, but I don't know where we're at. Okay, I'm not patient enough.
Go to the comments.
Hold on. Just pause that video. I don't want it playing. I'm not patient enough.
Modern day Maharaja. Are you a fan of Jinder? You like Jinder Mahal, don't you?
Yes, I like him in the ring.
Me too.
I don't like the Singh brothers, only because... No, I don't like them.
I think they're fine. They make sense for story, because Jinder Mahal's a dirty little heel.
I think it's called the Colossus. The Colossus.
Colossus?
The Colossus.
Okay.
I remember they keep saying it all the time. It's the Colossus.
I never hear it. I don't know. I need to listen harder next time. I just keep... No, I don't know. But after Mahal wins, it's basically the end of the show before Randy Orton enters from the stage down the ramp. The Singh brothers try to stop him at the ramp, but he just beats both of them, knocks them down, goes into the ring, knocks Mahal out of the ring, and DDTs Jinder Mahal off of the barricade. His little spike DDT.
Yep.
He gets ready for an RKO back in the ring before the Singh brothers interfere, giving Mahal time to escape. And then Randy Orton RKOs both the Singh brothers. Not at the same time, sadly. I wanted that to happen. But he RKO'd one, the other was in the corner, he came back, RKO'd that one. And Mahal celebrates outside the ring in the crowd, holding his championship up. Randy Orton looks on. And that's the end of the show.
Jinder Mahal has so many veins and he's so ripped.
And lumps.
It's insane.
Is this a daydream for you now?
No, it's not.
He has so many veins and he's so ripped and refined and cut.
I don't understand. Like how?
It's fine. He's an attractive guy, Kevin. I won't.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's really good, kidding. But it.
Yeah.
How would you get that?
I don't know. People were criticizing him on, I think it was Instagram or something. He posted a workout video with him and Sheamus while they were working out. Kind of telling everyone to shut up, and he'll post more of these videos to prove people that he wasn't on steroids. Which, I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't care.
I doubt it.
If he is, hopefully they'd find out. As long as if he's on steroids, they know about it, then whatever needs to happen should happen, right?
I don't think they will though, because they get people all the time, all the wrestlers for doctor prescribed medicine that one piece of paper didn't get filled out, so you're fired now. So if he was on steroids, I'm pretty sure they would catch it.
Yeah, me too. Either that or they're just ignoring it, which I'm positive is illegal.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's clean. Even if he wasn't tested a few months ago when he came back, before every pay-per-view they do testing, I think, right? So
I think so.
So there you go. He should be fine. We have anything to talk about?
There was
SmackDown Live.
something. I don't remember.
I'm not sure what the next pay-per-view is. Rusev wasn't on the show again. Oh, Shelton Benjamin's supposed to be coming back.
When?
Don't know.
He's supposed to have been coming back for a while.
For a year, yeah. He was supposed to be. He supposedly was cleared, I think, last month or a couple months ago. What's June right now?
Yeah.
2 months ago, I think he was cleared by some doctors. So I guess it's just whenever they work out a contract and figure out what to do with him, he'll be coming back. Hopefully. I can't imagine him saying no to that. So
Put in a feud with Kurt Hawkins.
no, what? Put him in with American Alpha. Make him.
I like that.
Make him like the manager or something for a little while.
I like that.
He can still wrestle, you know. He doesn't have to. He can be a wrestling manager. That's all. Like Xavier Woods. Except he doesn't. He could just wrestle in singles matches. But I'm sure it would be fun. Nah, he can. I don't care. Just put him on the show. Shelton Benjamin was good enough to be good in whatever he's doing, unless it's talking. Yeah, he shouldn't be a manager. Never mind. You got.
I've got a call, so I will be back.
All right. Okay, we're back.
Sorry,
no problem.
had to take a call real quick.
It's okay. To them, it was literally about 0 time. So, I'm not sure what else there's to talk about. I think we're good.
Think so.
You ready to close?
Hold on. Is John Cena coming? John Cena's coming back the 4th of July.
Yes, that is a Tuesday on SmackDown.
Is he
Free agent?
What are they gonna do with him?
Probably he's just gonna come back and say, America's great, cool, good 4th of July. Then he's gonna go to Raw and fight Samoa Joe. No, I'm kidding. He's, I mean, about the Samoa Joe part, not about him going to Raw. He said that he can go in between brands. So he'll probably be on both shows. Because it's not like the brand split has any rules or anything.
Right.
It's...
He can go fight Roman Reigns.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of the brand split?
Not unless you're John Cena.
A year and a half ago, we had this problem where everyone was just on Raw and SmackDown, and there was no reason to watch SmackDown because Raw was so cool. You know.
Yeah.
Ideally. Raw sucked most of the time, but this is the better show by far because nothing happened on SmackDown. SmackDown was boring. Because, I mean, what? I just hope, you know what they should do? They should have Owens do his open challenge on the 4th of July episode. And Cena can just answer it. And win or lose, preferably lose. Then he can cut his 4th of July promo.
I don't know. I think I want him to win. Because I like Cena as the U.S. champ.
But on Raw and SmackDown, then SmackDown loses the championship, basically.
Well, then keep him on SmackDown. If he has the championship, he can't
He's a
leave.
free agent.
So was, Heath Slater.
Yeah, and he was on both shows.
But now he's on Raw. If Cena wins, he won the championship, so he stayed on.
No, he won the championship, so they gave him a contract to SmackDown Live.
Right, forgot about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, he stayed on one show because he had the championship.
Yeah.
You have Cena with the championship.
Because he had the contract, not because he had the championship.
So?
Cena won't have that. Cena won't have that. You see, WWE wants money on both shows. We're like, hey, John Cena's on Raw. Hey, John Cena's on SmackDown. You can watch both of them and be happy with a John Cena person. Get all the John Cena merchandise. We need the money. We don't need the money. We want the money. We need that. We need that John Cena cash. He provides for all our families.
I just want Cena as U.S. champ.
Supposedly, John Cena has more creative control than ever. So,
Kill John Cena.
I don't think that. But, Cena likes wrestling younger talent. We've heard him say that a lot of times. So, I'm pretty confident that we won't have to worry about his booking very much. I'm sure he'll be fine. And I highly doubt he'll win the U.S. title. If he's
Not
in charge of
the
that.
Nexus.
If he's in charge of that question, that's a long time ago, Gavin. We don't talk about that anymore. Was it 2011? 2010? 2010, because CM Punk was 2011, right?
I think
CM
so.
Punk's... Or was it 2012? Who cares? 2010 was when the Nexus debuted, I think.
Dang.
That was.
Could you not?
Looks like a silverfish on the readout.
Could you not?
Yeah, sorry.
You're gonna kill the mic.
I'm not burping into it. I'm far enough away to be fine. As long as that little numbers don't go all the way up, we should be good. Let's see. What else we got? I think that's it.
I think so. So,
Ready to close up? Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. See ya.